potential. A nice player.
Second down now after the incompletion.
11. Ready. Mike 50.
The play clock's running down. Breeze will try again on second down. And Cooks has it over the middle. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Breeze now on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go. 12.
Now the 6-year man from Alabama, it's Mark Ingram. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Ingram again, a first down carry. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Reggie Nelson is a safety who prides himself on being a ball hawk, but at times will guess and sometimes give up the big play.
So 2nd and 10 here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. In motion left goes Cooks.
0-2.
Play clock winding down. Here's Breeze. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Breeze going to sneak it. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go. Ready. Kill.
Now this time Breeze will throw. He's got time in the pocket. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. So the D-line's going to spread out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Left side and caught by Flainer. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. It's caught. Jones. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Check, check, check. Ready. 5-9. Hey, 2.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 1st down and goal to go from the 7th. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Hey, kill.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Latavius Murray. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, 76 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Going motion right, Snead.
Here we go. Kill.
Breeze now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Second down following the incompletion.
21.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Breeze to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be first down, Saints.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that's complete to Cooks. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Shift together here from the D-line.
21.
Now Breeze again. This will be caught at about the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Time to step aside. We're back to New Orleans after this. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Hey, easy.
Keeper, it's Breeze. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to... And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Point after here coming up. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a good gain. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
They go back to Murray on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
To draft a guy in the 6th round and he gives you a 1,000-yard season at some point, would you say he's good value?
That's good return on investment. He was the first Raiders guy to rush for 1,000 yards in 2015 since McFadden back in 2010.
Latavius Murray, remember the name.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now Sebastian Janikowski on from long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looks like the defense in press coverage here, and the back goes into motion.
Got it.
Breeze now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
53.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Ready. Yellow waiting. You'll kill. Hey, left.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me their fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
Taken in at the 22. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on first down is Carr. Wide open, Amari Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
In the red zone this time. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Carr now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And JaKSunn1331's bangs it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second half starts with a run by Murray. Latavius Murray. And a cut to the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Now JaKSunn following the score. He'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The first time All-Pro in 2015, Khalil Mack in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Breeze. Lost the football. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr taking it in. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now JaKSunn following the score. He'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go.
On first down, Breeze. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Monday.
They'll come out in the pistol.
We're waiting. You're Mike 50. 12. Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Kill. Kill, kill.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On first down, Murray. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too. 2
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
8 yards to go here on second down. They'll come out in the pistol. That was second down run for Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Three yards left to grab here on third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And for Mr. Cooper, his first touchdown catch of the season, had 6 last year. I think we could see those numbers jump.
He's one of those players, and you go back and look at Amari Cooper's career to date. If you go back into Little League football, I'll bet you would find that he did things like a pro already. Studied the game, mastered his craft, ran routes big time, got great mentorship along the way, and always competed at a high level. I'm with you. Those numbers are going to really increase as he continues on in the league.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Hey, chill.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. To throw is Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran James Jones, the intended target. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former 49er, Aldon Smith, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was...
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Janikowski now for the point after.